There's something I can help you with? Yeah, I can't really just let you in there. I hear you. Maybe we can bend the rules a bit. All right, look, don't tell anyone I did this for you. Could lose my job over it. If anyone asks, I had nothing to do with this. You got it? 1 second. All right, make it quick, will you? Hey, not so fast.
You're making things harder for yourself.
I'm really rather busy.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor, huh? Mothers, am I right?
Do not bother. I desire no company. Leave. I am a prisoner, trapped by a weak people who do not kill their enemies when they should. The Great Serpent called me to fight the unbelievers in the United Colonies. But I was ambushed, and my ship disabled. Now, I am here.
Hey there. Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Got enough flight traffic as it is.
Huh?
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave. Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested? Well, first things first, I have to ask, do you have any security Oh yeah? And I'm the CEO of Galbank. Look, I can appreciate a wise ass, but if I catch you lying for real, we're going to have a problem.
Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
You know, MAST, the Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city? Headquarters of the entire United Colonies? I really should have given you a more thorough interview.
Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so we do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation's stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works. Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business. Let me know if you have any questions.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space or got separated from their home planet or what, but they scavenge what they need. Lots of old facilities left.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District. The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
We just need to convince her that President Apoyo isn't the same as her predecessors. That an adversarial use
Wish that bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
Again, the customer satisfaction survey of New Atlantis businesses ranked Gal Bank in the top 3.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me? A mercenary, huh? Well, I'm sure we can work something out. So, are you on board? Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
That impressive building is MAST, the military, administrative, and scientific triumvirate. It stands as a symbol of the United Colonies. We are the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside. Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. Ridiculous. Easiest bet I'll ever win. You really think what I'm suggesting is so outlandish? All the phenomenon we see out in the stars, and we appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point. Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only two of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves that...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Godfrey?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead. We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us. Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal, another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now. You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head. So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else? I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways. We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising. We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together. a volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to. Jumping to anthropology on me already? Oh, well, good. We all need our own reasons to be out there. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry. We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before, or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means. Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we? So, Noelle, Constellation living up to your expectations?
Yes, ma'am, of course. I honestly can't imagine being anywhere else.
Just making sure. Bright young girl like you, there are no shortage of opportunities.
There are days that are tough, sure. But if I weren't here, I wouldn't even know about all the incredible things we're discovering.
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this. Constellation, the artifacts. That doesn't sound crazy, does it?
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line. Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, welcome aboard. Yes, well, a stocked bar is a treat I think Constellation can afford. For now. But if you clean us out, you're on your own. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance. So I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need. Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, Those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here. Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud-Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud-Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud-Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else. Remember, you're representing all of us out there.
Walter, you don't have to answer this, but I was wondering something. You don't seem to spend much time at home. How is that not a problem for your wife?
It's true. I am away from home quite a bit. I have been informed that when I am home, I remain preoccupied with Constellation's work, which renders me cantankerous. My darling Issa has concluded that it is in both of our best interests if I can spend my time working from the Lodge as often as possible.
Okay then. I guess if you're both... That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noel. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us. Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Hello there, Vasco.
Greetings, Walter. How may I assist you?
No, I don't need anything. Just, checking in. Seeing how.
At present, all
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself. Within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full. Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy! Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know. Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep. Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this. Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon. Sure, I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. I wasn't there when it happened. I'm just thinking it through. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right? Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet. Great, let's see what you have. Stay safe, okay?
We need to talk to John Tuala. Okay. We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast. You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done. Honestly, he took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously. Ask whatever you'd like. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs. You mean, apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So, don't worry. I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital. Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly. Certainly. I always enjoy our little chats. Feel free to drop some stuff into my bag. Maybe another time. Nice work. What else are you going to make? Now that we're here, perhaps we could spend a bit of time relaxing rather than planning?
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us. Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the... That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts. Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. Take care of yourself.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Every time I return here, I'm reminded of the importance of Constellation's contributions to exploration.
Muy buenas, después de tanto tiempo vuelvo a usar micrófono. Porque streameaba en esas épocas en Twitch, hace como un año más o menos. Poco menos creo. Y usaba cámara, pantalla verde, todo, pero bueno, ya casi no tengo, los tengo desmontados, todas esas cosas, así que tengo el micrófono. No siempre me da tiempo de hacer gameplays con micrófono. Estoy usando, como verán, Reshade, el Quantum, si no me equivoco, se llama Quantum. Quantum Reshade. Pero este Quantum Reshade va con Natural Loops 2.0, sí. Yo siempre amé los que son reshades, o mejor dicho, los en ENB, ENB, ENB sería, o ENB, no sé cómo se pronuncia. En Fallout, en Skyrim, en todos, en Oblivion. Más que nada porque siento que le dan un toque más cinematográfico. Me gusta más. No tan colorido también. Siempre que toco esto, eso sí que algo me molesta. Que vaya por todas las partes del mapa. Gran diferencia. Por la luz esta. Bueno, acá no hay mucho que agarrar. Todavía no encuentro realmente la utilidad de tener tanto clutter, o sea, tanta basura. Basura. Pero creo que imagino que más adelante vamos a tener estaciones de crafteo. No me spoileé mucho. Malo que como en el Fallout 4 no hay... En este caso no tenemos asentamientos de ese tipo, digamos, de colonos, creo. O sí, sí hay tripulaciones, pero creo que no hay. Creo que sería un asentamiento con colonos y todo eso. ¿Qué asentamientos? No sé. Ah, esto. A ver. La fisura. Ah, ya tenía una misión. Pero no sé si podremos todas. Van a estar volviendo. Vamos a aceptar todas. Ay, me lo saqué, boludo. Con asadito de armas, historia de investigación, mesa de trabajo industrial. Vamos a ver las misiones activas. Creo que solo se puede activar una a la vez. Las principales al menos. O las secundarias también creo. Ejemplo, el viejo barrio. Habla con Sara o habla con el contacto de Sara. Estaría bueno que haya como una distancia que te marca acá cuál está más cercano. Acá todas las misiones que aceptamos. Razón de constelación. Falta acá ponerle la distancia, la verdad, a cada una. No sería muy complicado. Seguramente algún mod van a hacer. Completa un proyecto de investigación. Habla con la camarera de Viewport. No tengo ninguna activa. Misiones no tengo ninguna. Vamos a jugar primero. ¿Qué activa? No, se va. O sea, o es una actividad o una misión. Hasta el barrio se va también. Vamos a ver dónde queda este. Está en el mapa. Los tres salen acá en el mismo distrito. Creo que sí en el minimapa sí salen. O sea, la brújula. Salen todos. Todas las misiones. La verdad que sí, las pantallas de carga a mí me tardan una banda. Al menos cuando salgo a un interior al planeta. Bueno, justamente esta es la ciudad de Atlantis, ¿no? Es una de las más cargadas, creo. No conozco nada, pero me parece que es una de las más cargadas. Que baja más FPS. El sonido de la puerta cerrándose es clásico de Elder Scrolls y todo. Cuando está como terminando de cargar la pantalla, escucha la puerta, es muy chico. Ahora tengo 33 FPS, 36, 35. O sea, me gusta que al menos tengo arriba de 30. La placa de video es una RTX 3600, creo, no me equivoco. Ti. No es mala, pero lo que tengo yo peor, digamos, es el procesador, más que nada. Antiguo. Y el mother también, pero sobre todo el procesador. Vamos a ir a los puntitos de colores. De colores, de color celeste. Viendo arriba de las ramas, claro. Bajan a menos de 25. Una forma más fácil de ver los puntos. Poner así. Y veo los objetivos. Estoy viendo las actividades. Voy a hablar con la camarera y eso así. Ah, la había sacado. Claro. Sigue saliendo. Sigue sin salir, mejor dicho. Acá tengo unos marcadores. Camino. Voy a seguir. Pero voy a seguir y se me perdió, ¿no? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde están? ¿Será que estoy tan dormido que no me desperté? Bueno. Parece que es como en otro distrito. No quiero dejar automático. Sale nivel 1. Nivel 3. A ver. Arriba. Espero dejar de salir las flechitas porque asumió que yo iba a tomar el tren. Dejan de aparecer, eso me pone un poco nervioso. Vete. Definitivamente tengo que tomar el subterráneo. Ven, sí. ¿Oh? ¿Y esto? United Colonies. Sara. Espérate. Ah, cierto que hay un mod que va a hacer esto el caminar más rápido, ¿no? Sacar el filtro, no sé. Es más alisado. Esto se puede configurar igual, pero supongo que en la grabación va a salir el reshade, pero...
Okay. Hello.
Simbolitos rojos. Todo para agarrar, a la mierda. Compañera me dijo que no me va a juzgar. Hay otros compañeros que sí te pueden jugar y te pueden jugar, te pueden, digamos, sí. Puede caer la reputación.
There are so many different groups across the several systems, it's hard to keep up with all the work they're doing.
Howdy.
No tengo ninguno marcado. Vamos a hablar con alguno de estos.
I'll take test tubes over laser guns any day of the week.
Qué mal está la sincronización. No sé qué onda esto.
Back in the lab. The short answer is xenobiology, but I get that that's a pretty broad category. My specialty is alien flora, but as a lead, I've managed pretty much every department on the station. Maybe now that I'm here, I'll go back to my roots, so to speak. Yeah, it's nice being in a lab again.
The only thing I don't have is my research slate. The thought of having to start over... Xenobiological stuff on the flora we grew in the facility. We made regular jumps to masts, so thankfully I don't need... Oh, great. I'll give you the coordinates to the station. It orbits Voss in the Alpha Centauri system, so it won't be too far of a... Just be careful. I don't know if those zealots are still there. Goodbye.
¿Quién era? Vamos a buscar a... ¿Quién tenemos que hablar acá? ¿Cómo llego ahí? La verdad, creo que esa arma está ahí muy visible como para... A ver si te animas.
Not enough data. I can't file a report just based on this.
Our laurels, in fact, became uninhabitable a long time ago. Helps to remember that.
¿Para el juego?
Better think about what you're taking.
Igual si me confiscan, no sé si me revisan, me van a sacar. Y no me dice si estoy en sigilo, ¿no? O sea... A ver. Ahora en el Skyrim. En Oblivion también creo. Creo que los dos. Hay una forma de sacar la marca de robado. De las cosas. Otro ladrón dentro del gremio que te pagabas y te saca la marca. Las robadas. Daño. Bueno, tranquilamente podría vender esto. Entonces. Valor, igual. Se tilda el juego, es increíble. Estoy esperando la actualización de esta del DLSS. De LSS de Nvidia. ¿Cómo que se cambia? Creo que en opciones tengo que darle el acceso directo, o sea, el shortcut directamente a las armas. Cargar ampliado corrosivo. Damos 2. Favorito. Un daño de 3. Este tiene enlaces y tiene 7.77. Son diferentes. Se acaba uno. Rápido. 4. 5. Vas a sacar un arma acá.
Yes? What?
Nada, no pasa nada. Casi todo sale robar. De la suculenta. Repelentes gratis. Evidentemente me agarro una planta y no me dicen.
Good to see you again. Quite the lab, huh? The UC spares no expense.
Hay cosas interesantes. Y persona. Linda la que tengo. Vámonos. ¿Cómo llego a él? Qué mal que está la sincronización un poco.
The fewer
Casi
people
con todos
there
me
are
pasa.
thinking about Aegis on a daily basis.
No pienses mucho. Ah, el hermano. No puede ser.
Ah, right. You're Sergeant Yumi's recruit. You're taller than I expected. Statistical average, psychological tendencies, a sergeant's need to tower over his subordinate. But really, it was just a joke. I meant nothing by it. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis. Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi, and the job's done. We're the intelligence arm of the United Colonies. Think of it this way. UC Security responds to threats. Good luck with the mission.
Ay, sale detectado. Ahí lo vi.
Hey.
Por acá. Que si me llega a agarrar uno de seguridad o sea, algo así. Peleo o... La verdad es que vendería ya la que no es robada. Dejar a que después me saquen la otra. Formación. Qué ganas de que estas ciudades sean con inteligencia artificial. Que sepa yo, al menos tenga la idea de que todos tienen una vida. Entre comillas, ¿no? Vida artificial. En juego, que es increíble. Ya voy a hacer un gameplay. Lo probé nada más, lo testé. Que trata de sos un detective, un policía en realidad, ¿no? Investigás asesinatos, todo. Y la ciudad realmente tiene una vida increíble. Puedes ver realmente los teléfonos de cada persona, las direcciones, donde estaban viviendo. Se llama... Esta mierda. Shadow of Doubt se llama. Se llama Shadow of Doubt. Interesante. Pero no esperen grandes gráficos, se tiene tipo pixel. Bueno, la verdad que me gustaría hacer todos los viajes cerca primero. Vamos a ver eso. ¿Pero eso dónde? ¿Eso es ahí? Perdí. Oso. Oh, interesante este escrito, la parte del... Bueno. Me acuerda un poco al nuevo DLC del Cyberpunk. Cuidado. Por hecho, el nuevo distrito. Muy raro cómo funciona esto, porque recién no vi que me salga en la cabeza cuando me alejé. Salió.
Hey! Oh, you're not
Qué
Carl.
son, loco.
Sorry, I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while. And Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once. And Carl isn't here. So I'm just trying to look inconspicuous. We're trying to isolate a power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted to... But it's kind of a two-person job. Someone needs to find the junction boxes associated with those subsystems and power... It's pretty simple, really, and relatively safe. Only a small... Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, what I need is very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio.
Podría hacer también es ver si puedo desactivar esas. Creo que están ahí. Claro. Lo saco. ahora no sale ninguno. Ok, perfecto. Ahora vamos a volver al menú, a misiones. Creo que sí. Varios. Ahí está, ahora sale solo eso. Bien, ahora sí.
Private sector. Now that's where the real money's at.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have that's it. Great job.
Está bueno.
So that trip to secondary breaker, and that goes to. Oh wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez. Okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two. It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
Something to report?
You don't need to wear your helmet on this planet. You know that, right?
¿Cómo son ustedes, no?
Even in the well, the trade authority continues to flourish.
Realmente no es acá.
Makes you sick, doesn't it?
Mess with me and I'll serve you my famous number.
All right, you should be near the next junction box.
Me
This
gustan las
section isn't
puertas.
used very much these days, so maybe a little harder to see. That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead
Uy,
end,
que volví a tomar.
right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right?
Ah, la cambio con eso. Tengo otra. Ah, creo que ya entiendo cómo funciona esto. Pero ya no tengo otra para cambiar. Claro. Sí, ya entendí. Oh, no tengo más.
We need
Dios.
to talk to John Tuala in Mast. Okay.
Abrila, abrila, abrila. Puede ser. Vamos a subir otro. No hacía falta.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. It should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. And the
Tengo que
lights in
comprar
here
más
just
basura.
flickered too. The wiring is worse than
Creo
I
que él
thought.
venda basura, pero.
I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box.
You might want to head somewhere else. You buying?
Ah,
Okay.
You want a beer?
Just find that
Fine.
and
You want a buddy to talk to,
maybe I'll
or a
talk to
therapy
anyone
session,
about
or
it just
whatever? Walk right back out that door. Down here? Like that's somehow different from other bars? What are you? A structural engineer? Some mass egghead? I know full well what down here implies.
Yeah. All category. ¿Dónde? A venderle toda la mierda.
First of all, I didn't ask what you. Second, don't blow.
Well, bye.
I think Deimos Star Yards were high.
Buena manera de abrirse la puerta.
The final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of fill attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down. Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met? You won't find anything at Enrig's. That pilot exam's coming up. I've been studying so hard. I haven't seen the sunset in days. I'm working on it. Taking the UC Vanguard exams. Saving up for my own It's just taking a little longer than I expected. Damn, hotshot. What are you doing down here, then? This is the last place I'd be.
Ay, pensé que la podía contratar o algo. Ay, eso.
You want food? Go to K's. You want an attitude? Try Jake's. You want to feel empty inside? Get your bag. Seriously, though. This place is half... Yeah. The only saving grace... is you stay here long enough, you forget about the smell. Uh-huh.
What do you want?
jump down after you.
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's
Qué
no way I
diálogo
could have done that in a
impresionante, ¿no?
reasonable amount of time all by myself.
Qué profundo.
Right, sure. Of course. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. So that's something that I'll need. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain, but if... So thanks to you, we got it. I don't know if you ever dealt with the trade-a-thon. I have to go in there, but I really, really don't want to. Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking.
Acá.
I really think I should give it a shot. Good for you.
No puede ser. No se dejan pasar.
How's it going?
La vi 200 veces. Raid out. Apex Elite.
No lawyer. Can't say I'll have what you need, but... Yep, you got it.
No le puedo vender la... Buenísimo.
Take care.
Jake's is a good place to make contacts.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
This was pretty low on the list of things I wanted to do today. Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what.
Don't worry. Whatever happens, we're prepared to handle the situation.
I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay? No, seriously. I really don't want that.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box? Hey, I thought you were out there, you know, solving this.
Está cerrada. ¿Sale esto? Este necesito. Puede. Vale, ninguna de tres. Entiendo bien esto, ¿eh? Tengo que quedarme con la que, claro, ya sé.
Nicely done.
Está ahí muerto.
You picked the wrong fight.
Oh, Dios. Ella en realidad. Eso. Bruno. A ver si le puedo dar las cosas robadas a ella. Susa.
Let's see what you've got.
Si usa lo que yo le doy. Por ejemplo, vamos a ver. Y ahora vamos a
So long.
No, claramente no.
Nice to meet you. 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 Nice
subir por el otro lado. O no sé. Trepar. Volar. Ah, también había en Skyrim. Me olvidé, pensé que no había. ¿Qué juego era que no tenía? Y acá no puede ser.
I wish I could go with you on your ship.
No, no.
I hope I'm as cool as Solomon Coe when I grow up.
Una voz de mujer sin niño. Una cara adulto. Pero no no se trepaba a cualquier lado.
Wow, that watch is super cool.
Vamos a probar. Voy a pedirle la mochila a ver si me salta.
I'll only carry.
Bye for now.
Sorry, I can't play right now. I'm grounded.
Por acá. Bien, era eso. Falta otra mochila. Voy a cambiar.
Hey there. You should be getting close. Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear? That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay. You're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics. You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay? topside. I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
5 metros. ¿Se refiere al mareo? Y baja. Si hay una forma de sacarle la marca robada. Debería, ¿eh? Por ejemplo, ¿cuál es? Aquí tenemos aéreo este. Es una habilidad quizás. Para sí. Morí. ¿Cómo me toca? Desconecto, no sé, no entiendo. Conecta, listo, está.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs. But I traded valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
My Vectera, my Vectera, my Vectera! I can't believe it!
Mal levantamiento de peso, discreción.
Is it you? Is it really, really you? Captain of the frontier, bane of the fleet,
constellation's shining star of stars. Oh, you are definitely the brightest, biggest star in any constellation. There's no maybes about it. I have an eye for these things. Not that you're hard to see with that halo on your head. Although at first, I wasn't sure if it was just the glare. But now that I know it's you, what are the odds? And to think, I almost went for coffee instead. But I changed my routine for one day, and here you are. It's almost like it was meant to be. Oh yes. Normally I start my day by drinking 4 cups of coffee and stuffing my face with chunks.
Claramente yo lo puse a
But after
propósito.
being inspired
No lo voy a
by
echar.
your story, I thought to myself, what would the great and powerful hero of Vectera do? And so instead, I went for a jog. I ran and I ran and I ran, picturing you in the distance, like a North Star. Imagine my surprise to find you were actually real.
La otra
By the
vez.
light of Polaris.
De cerca.
It must be
Sí, mira.
fate. I know, right? And you could try to fight destiny,
Está
but
peor que el
you
otro.
probably
Uno peor que el
aren't
otro.
going to win.
Es uno, mira.
Although, if I'm being honest, I'd wager you could beat just about anything, even theoretical concepts.
Eso es
But
cierto.
why would you
No puedo negar.
in this case? Either way, it's such an honor to meet you. Hey, do you mind if I follow you around? Do you need a sidekick? What am I saying? You're a hero, of course you do. Lead the way.
Signos del fan adorador a tu tripulación se convertirán en... Sí. Asignar a la tripulación... Pasar...
Good point. I'll start working on it right away, as soon as I learn how to sew. Until then, maybe I can be a sidekick in training. Do you have an academy where fans can practice groveling at your feet? If not, I can start one. You won't be disappointed.
Como para 2 nomás. En la nave. Lo había visto. Dotación. Nave. Todo. Asignar. Ah, ya lo está asignado. Tenemos los dos. Ella me da astrodinámica, 4 estrellas. Láseres, 3 estrellas. Liderazgo, 2 estrellas. Y el Remington. No, Remington. Fan adorador, no tiene nombre. No, buenísimos. Queda suministro y creación. Ya no.
It's you and me from here out.
Mala. Mierda. Tiene mucho.
Hey there.
Hey, you should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections. Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower. Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
If you ask me, I bet it's always a good time to return.
Un tiempo que no se desconectó, eso es un bug. La primera vez que veo que en un juego de Bethesda tenemos dos compañeros ahora. Ahora no sé si un juego de Bethesda, pero al menos fue el autoplay o el otro. Sí fue. Pero sí, es uno. Sigue siendo uno.
I see you've done that before.
Departamento. Minas más raras.
I think I could live on coffee if I had to.
Damn. I left my towel back on the ship.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space or got separated from their home planet or what. They scouted what they need. Lots of old facilities left over from the colony war, and they like to pick them quick.
No me acuerdo cómo llegar hasta ahí abajo. A ver, por acá creo. Complicado. Tan cerca y tan lejos a la vez. Justamente no es subir ahí. Como confunde, ¿eh? Navegación malísima, el mapa es pésimo. Igual van a agregar mapas. Mapa de la ciudad. Como que vi, estamos arriba a la ciudad, básicamente. Hay una foto. Por allá más cerca o por acá, pero me acuerdo que vine por este lado y había una sí, era cierto.
That your ship that landed not too long ago? It sure is something.
Y ese para abajo, para atrás. Puede ser...
If I were you, I'd put that back.
I'm gonna be a freestar ranger.
I hope I'm as cool as Solomon Coe when I grow up.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs, but I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there. She knows that. One never knows when information might be useful. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections. Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower. Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power.
You've done that before.
Nice to meet you.
Got a call someone's power kept going out. Know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg.
Do you have something for me? I'm glad you made the right decision. I'll look this over and make sure that Mast gets just as much as they need, not a bit more. The Trade Authority will not forget what you've done for us.
Oh my. Someone was attempting to hack Galbang? And at a glance, it appears they may have had some success. This will make for some entertaining late-night reading. Well, Miss Reyes, it's been such a pleasure having you here. I'll be sure and pass along my compliments to your superiors.
I hope whatever that is, it's worthless to you. And you know, I'm still not sure you weren't behind this all along, whatever this is.
I'm sorry to hear you say that. I was trying to be sincere. Well, in any event, thank you for a wonderful diversion from my usual work.
There are always about 1 million things to do. I have 3 projects that are backburnered right now because no one has time to help me. 3! I totally understand that Mast has a tremendous amount to keep track of. I just wish it was...
Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legitimate business... If, however, you are here under false pretense, say, sent by one Miss Tsang of UC District, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here to report. So, what'll it be? Perhaps, but I'm quite confident in my business, and I refuse to be intimidated. Please, let me know if I can assist you further. Be my guest. That depends. If you have a ship and are willing to haul cargo, then we've got some work. Otherwise, you're gonna have to be more specific. We frequently post cargo running jobs up on the mission boards around town. Check them out. I've heard our jobs pay well, and on the off chance that's not what you're looking for, well, I can't really help you then. Many different parties use the mission board to post jobs for freelancers and the like. For example, you'll usually find mission boards in bars, typically. If there's something you need, no matter what it is, either I have it. Pleasure dealing with you.
I'm so nervous. What if they say no?
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
By Vectera, by Vectera, by Vectera! I can't believe it! Is it you? Is it Captain of the Frontier? Oh, you... I have an eye for these things. Although at first But now that I know it's you... But I changed my routine for one day. I know, right? Although, if I'm being honest, I'd wager either way. It's... Hey, do you mind? What am I... Good point. I'll start working on it right away. Until then, if not, I can start one. You won't be disappointed. People... need me to ease... Of course! I'm an... Oh, I'm not that interesting. I like coffee, I like tea, and I like worshipping the ground you walk on. Well, you technically don't walk. Angels tend to glide. Well, for one, your triumph on Vectera was all over the news. But I believe that's only the beginning. The first chapter in a 400 and... It's only a matter of time before they start writing it. I'll be counting 1001, 1002... Oh, don't worry. My love for you is completely platonic. Unbreakable? Yes. Unyielding? Absolutely. Romantic? Oh, God, no. I would never sully something so pure with something so ordinary. Splendid! Of course. Oh, no. That's a... Oh, I can definitely do that. On a scale of 1 to 10. Just you wait and see.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat.
Sarah, good to see you. Listen, I smoothed over that incident between Matteo and Rosa at the Sanctum.
I'd hardly call it an incident, more of a debate, really. But I appreciate it just the same.
Not a problem. In the meantime, maybe you could tell him to take it down a notch.
Can do. Thanks again, Sergeant.
Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign? As am I. And the best part is, since you're all part-timers... Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
Contrary to what you might have heard, UC security personnel are good people. And Sergeant Yumi just happens to be an old friend.
Ah! I've got nothing at the moment, but come back later, and I might have something for you. Let me know if you have any questions.
Good to see you again. Can I get you something? Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis? Oh boy, I didn't mean for you to take it personally. It's just something to say to customers. Break the... Listen, you just relax. Make yourself calm. That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you. You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind. Most times it can't be helped after a few drinks. But that was just too much. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think, but it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their... Ah, yes. What with all these extra credits cluttering up the place, why didn't I think of that? Sorry, snark isn't helpful. I submitted all the paperwork. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to... And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less...
Surely you're not seriously considering this course of action. The last thing we need is UC security on our backs.
God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get one. I know a few things, but not much. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport. Not in how or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking. No offense. I'm not worried. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up.
visa? You got to be kidding.
Hey, this really isn't a good place for civilians to be hanging. There's something I can help you with? Yeah, I can't really just let you in there. I hear you. Maybe we can bend the rules a bit. All right, look, don't tell anyone I did this for you. Could lose my job over it. If anyone asks, I had nothing to do with this. You got it? 1 second. All right, make it quick, will you? Hey, not so fast.
You're making things harder for yourself. UC Security, get back here now!
Hey, try and be careful, okay? Don't want to watch for the engine blast, will ya? They'll pull you right over.
Good to see you again. Can I get you something? Hey there, new guy. Good to see you again. Can I get you something? Oh, no way. You really got it? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right? Oh, did you? Well, I know who to go to next time I need to renew my liquor license. Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks, but you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I got you covered. I need some time to work on what comes next. But this was the difficult part, I think. Really? Thank you so much. You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind. Anybody stuck living in the well? Lucky for you, that is Catch you later.
questions?
Check.
Rifle?
Hey there. Already stowed.
As you can see, traffic is loose.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me? Okay, well, if I see any of those, I'll tell you. Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
You can't go in. You just can't.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I can, however, deal in general goods. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on... Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Why, what is it? That so? Must mean something to you if you came looking for it. Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Pleasure doing business. I hope we have what you need. You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
By the way, Sergeant Yuri was looking for you.
Any luck tracking down those sensors? If it isn't my favorite...
It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis. Can you imagine all the changes it's seen?
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these. All right. We'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment. It is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is. Relief. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my. Well, there's good news and... The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Yes, it does feel good to be right. Particularly when others have attempted to convince you otherwise. Repeatedly. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be... I must consult with my colleagues in MAST at once. Thank you.
We need to talk to John Tuala in MAST.
There is a loophole. You just have to register as a shipping service, not a transport craft. And you should just do that. Interstellar shipping rates aren't that bad. The insurance.
All crew accounted for. We're ready to depart.
Yes, infallible one?
Así. Debería haber un filtro de emisiones por ciudad, por planeta. Filtrados.
You have a nice day now.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship? United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in? All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars. Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something. What? Nah. Sol system is as quiet as a coffin. It'll be fine.
That means it's not going to be fine.
I'm sure you two can handle it. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have.
One day, I'm gonna leave New Atlantis for good.
Bueno, todavía no me voy a unir a ninguna facción. Un poco más sobre las facciones que hay y todo. ¿Cómo cambió el clima?
Crime has slowed down since you... Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Good. Report back here when the matter's resolved. A restaurant over in the residential district. It's the kind of place where folks come in different sizes. According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentiment. Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, Take care.
Vamos a ver cuánto vale eso. Y nos largamos acá. Me voy.
I like to think of myself.
Another day, another shift.
I do hope you... There is simply no parallel to the food you will find here. One taste, and I'm sure you'll...
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio have been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats. I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
The Dawn's Roost represents the highest quality, from the ingredients to the decor. No expense is spared. Anyone who has sampled our offerings will assure you it is all worth it. Enjoy the rest of your day.
So after an hour of whining, they're finally out here.
They're just sitting on the grass. They should be...
Pardon?
Oh, I can't believe that Octavio, that liar. Yes, the man who... Wait, what? He's accusing me of theft? The nerve of that... 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that... It was supposed to be a romantic dinner. Our last, before we pledged our lives to each other. But an hour before, I decided to do some cleaning to calm my nerves. I picked up a pair of pants he left on the floor, and out falls a napkin from the Dawn's. To think he had the... Still, I went to the date, and he would say that, but he gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not... I don't care. I'm not giving it to you. If you try to take it by force, I will sue. I think my lawyer would disagree. I see. If this is official UC security. Your title does not... I don't care if you're with UC. And as far as the ring goes, I don't know what the law says, but I doubt you do either.
UC security! Get back here, now!
Hey, there'll be plenty of time for shooting later.
Don't be stupid!
UC security.
Bueno, lo dejamos por acá.
You're coming with me.
Sí, en la
Prepare for
próxima.
immediate transport to our vessel.
Nos vemos. Espero que les haya gustado. Dejarme un like y una suscripción.
No way! I am not going to help you murder these people!
This is hopeless!